You tuned in to iLLANOiZE Radio. I'm your boy Biko, also along Pretty Riot, and Illinois Jones. Oh my God, look.
I'm sorry, that just came out. I was trying to hold it in.
Oh, that was you?
Oh, who you thought it was? You thought it was me or something?
I thought it was Pat.
You thought it was me?
I thought it was you, dog.
Hell no. Look, he like, I'm finna leave.
Let me finish.
That's some hot flaming she was just eating.
We bring you guys the illest guests from around the city and globe, and as always, we got the homie repping NC in the building, known as Pat Jr.
What's going on? Appreciate it. How you doing?
What's cracking?
Feeling good.
Great.
I'm feeling good, man. Shout out to Pretty Riot for inviting me. I appreciate you. So it's funny because I've had people ask me like, how do you know so many people in Chicago? And it's really just a connection of like one connection leading to another one. So it started off with my brother, like my homie Suede, Southpaw Suede, incredible artist. Yeah, he produced the joint that Asar did. Okay. Like the beat that Asar rapped to for his ill style or whatever.
Okay. It's Suede on the track.
Yeah. But he's not just a fire producer. Like he's an incredible artist, like songwriter, rapper. And it started with him and my manager a few years back. Like I was producing something for Suede, and then from Suede, I ended up realizing that my production was going to be on the same project of Thelonious Martin. And I didn't even know who Thelonious was, and so then me and Thelonious connected.
Wow! And
then really the internet just kind of did the rest. I started bumping into these other people, like started following Asar because I saw this video that he did, and like me and him connected.
What video was it?
I think it was his performance at South by Southwest with when what's his name called him out to Wyclef called him out. Yeah. So, and I think I saw some mutual people from North Carolina following him. So I was just like, let me follow this dude. He's dope. And then we just started chopping it up. And then Asar led to like Ro. Like I was just in the studio with Ro and Brittany yesterday. Like we just working.
Pictures.
Yeah, I seen the story.
So
I can't wait to hear whatever y'all did. Whatever y'all did, I cannot wait to hear it.
That session was crazy. Like, me and Suede are a part of, because I have a sound design business, and so he's a part of Pelham Jr. That's my sound design and production like business, and so that was our first time making beats together like in person. But it just was so fast because we're talking all the time. We're working on
when the chemistry there.
It's just there. It's just there. So, but that like working with Ro was like super dope, great guy. Brittany, we've been talking for a minute, so it was good just to connect with Ro and Brittany in person. So we getting up again, but the first session was stupid. Man, it was stupid.
I gotta know. It sounds like you've been in the city multiple times.
Yeah, I mean this is my third time here, but my first time here, I just fell in love with the city. I just like the atmosphere. It's just something different about the air out here. Like,
I mean, break it down.
I don't know, man.
You from North Carolina, so you close to Atlanta.
Yeah, it's hot.
Yeah.
And that's the go-to spot for a lot of people. Mm-hmm. But you come here,
bypass that to get to,
yeah. I mean, well, I was originally born in New York.
Okay,
and then my mom's job moved her to Maryland. And then I lived in Maryland for a short time, and then I moved to North Carolina. So I like
the inner
cold.
You is a city.
Yeah, I like cold weather. Like I'm a city baby. Like you know what I'm saying. So I like cold weather. Like I prefer colder weather. Like I like the summer. I enjoy summer activities, but.
Look, you've been doing 100 degrees for a long time.
He said those summers be hot, baby. Okay?
Yeah, North Carolina, like one thing I do like about the weather here, it's been warmer. When I first got here, it's not humid. Mm-hmm. Like South hot is humid.
We get some humidity here too. You just came doing. You brought the storm with you too, but we get some humidity. But no, you write that down. South heat.
Oh, bro,
you can't breathe.
You can't breathe. You be trying to. Like, why the air smothering me?
It's bad, man. So I mean, but I enjoy the city. Like, Chicago is like my home away from home. To keep it a buck. Like,
if you could take something from Chicago back to North Carolina, what would it be?
Just the diversity, man. Like the art that's appreciated here. Like it seems like Chicago embraces art as a whole, and there's a melting pot of different kind of artists here. I think that's similar in North Carolina, but they're not like, there's a lot of outlets here in Chicago for art, like music, like everything, you know. So that's what I wish like North Carolina had, you know what I'm saying, more outlets for that. But in the food is crazy.
I was about to say, all this food. Look at his face. His
face. He like in the food.
Hey, that smile. Look at that. His smile.
I mean, it's just, yeah, man. It's ain't nothing touching Chicago food, bro. Like that I've experienced, but that's just me, bro.
He's been to New York. He's been to Maryland, and he's been to North.
I've been out west too. I've been to L.A. Like L.A. food is good, but Chicago food, bro, it's just different, bro.
What's the first thing you got to get when you touch down?
Man, I've only been here 3 times. I'm discovering something new every time. Like I just ate at this Hawaiian spot recently. I can't remember the name of it, but I had that the other night. Then I had some pizza. I definitely gotta get pizza when I come out here, bro. What else? I had some Puerto Rican. Like the last time I had like real Puerto Rican food made by Puerto Ricans, like a few years ago, me and my wife went to Puerto Rico, and like we had mofongo and all that. Like, and I went to a Puerto Rican spot out here owned by Puerto Ricans, and I was like,
you got that authenticity.
Yeah, the authentic,
man.
Fresh.
Make sure to check out the iLLANOiZE playlist, in which we provide you with the latest tracks we play live on our show. Head over to Spotify and search iLLANOiZE Radio to follow our playlist, as well as follow our podcast. Now let's get back to the show.
Yo, what up? It's your girl, Pretty Riot, and I'm sitting pretty starting riots here on iLLANOiZE Radio. Before the break, you just heard Black Beamin' by Pat Jr. featuring DL Zen and The Deep End. So, first of all, I want to talk about that joint real quick because I think that's the song that made me DM you.
I think so.
So, okay, how you just talk about being connected to Chicago folks, true as fuck, because didn't know who you was. And your video went viral. It was viral on my timeline. So, shit, you from North Carolina. I don't know nobody out there, so that's viral to me. When you from North Carolina and you touch a Chicago audience, that's viral.
Okay.
So, your video, it was the Take 10 freestyle?
Yes.
Okay, so that went viral, and I'm like, I don't know who this guy is, but he raw. And then I saw Black Beam, and I'm like, all right, whose man's is this? Because it was the video, you know what I'm saying? Like the visuals, like that type of stuff just draws me in. So like, where did you get the concept for that song, and then like actually the visual for that as well? Because I think that made, you know, the statement right along with the song.
Yeah. So of course, like last year, like there were murders of black people like during 2020, which caused a lot of the protests and the riots and stuff. And so I think this was when George Floyd had passed away. I wanted to say something, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm more so of I feel like sometimes in certain instances there needs to be a conversation instead of, it can't, like what I want to express can't be contained in 2 verses in the hook. Like, so sometimes I like to have that dialogue and actually talk to people. And so in this instance, like I didn't feel the need or the inspiration to do a fight song or a protest song. Like I felt the inspiration from God to like uplift us. You know what I'm saying? There are definitely songs out there that uplift us. Like the first ones that I think of, the older ones is, you know, like Young, Black, and Talented, Nina Simone, and then like James Brown, Black and I'm Proud. Say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. Like that kind of stuff moves me, you know. And so just kind of projecting and seeing what, like that's the person I am, like projecting and seeing what people need. Like I felt like at the end of this, we're going to need something that's healing. Like, because we can have all the protest songs. Like I have nothing against that. Sure. But I saw that as a moment to like uplift black people. And so I just, when I like made the production, shout out to Sway because he co-produced this. So it was me, it was myself, Sway, and my homie JP. When I was making the beat or whatever, and I knew what direction I wanted to go for the visuals, like I do a lot of my own treatments for my visuals or whatever, and I just envision like black people just looking good, like, you know what I'm saying, like smiling, happy, you know, sun outside. And then of course, much love to my homie Slim the Creative in North Carolina. like I came to him to DP the video. So I told him what my vision was, and I was like, I want these colored backgrounds and I want our outfits to match and everything. And so he started picking the colors that he knows look good on black people. Mm-hmm. And so then we went out. I remember like it was September. In North Carolina, the weather is fickle. So sometimes it takes a while for the summer to be over. Like it'll be October and it'll be hot.
Man.
Yeah. So, but it was September. Like I want to say it was like, it was September, like close to the end of the summer. But anyway, it was hot. Like, you know, when we first got out there, like people were sweating and all that. You know what I'm saying? I want to say the N word, but people were sweating and all that. And so, but after a while, it cooled down and everybody was just like having fun. The music was playing in the background. Like we just was having a good time. And it shows in the video. Like that's what I wanted. Colorful backgrounds, black people dressed up, looking good. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like being happy.
Was that something that really got to you with all the things that was going on in 2020 with the killing of all those people and the media portraying us, making us look angry? Like everybody was frustrated and everybody was angry.
Right.
And not in the fact that we're cooped up in a house.
Right.
Yeah.
There was a lot of frustration going on. Did you feel like this song has to be like, this is what we really need?
I mean, I feel like the expression of anger is important, you know, and protest is important. Absolutely. Like, however, I just wanted to bring another side of like healing. Like we need love to heal, man. Like
for sure.
Amen.
You know, at the end of the day, like anger doesn't heal. Like love heals. Like, Facts. You know, and so I wanted to present that love and just love on people, you know, and it ended up, people say it's like their new black anthem for them, like that song.
It's a very positive.
It's like a song you can listen to on Sunday just to clean up the crib. Like
cruise down late, do Sabo Drive, as they call.
Cruise down Lakeshore Drive. I love do Sabo, but we can't. That's LSD.
I gotta ask you too. You know, with the track being based around, you know, the protesting of George Floyd and things of that nature. You know, Derek Chauvin was sentenced yesterday to 22.5 years.
Excellent.
How do you feel about that? You feel like that, you know, he got what he deserved, or should he got some more time?
Absolutely. Like, it's funny you say that because I'm in the, like, I'm a blurred, which is a black nerd. Like, I love comic books and anime and all that stuff. Shout out to my sister for putting me on that term, my little sister. But anyway, I was on social media and I laughed. So you've seen the Endgame, like, the Marvel, like, Avengers Endgame, right? So you remember when Thanos snapped and people started disappearing? Like, the judge was Thanos and Derek Chauvin, like, was the people. And you can see him, like, disintegrating. It was hilarious, bro. So, but he got what he deserved. Like, I still feel like there's so much work to be done. Like, so many more people need to be brought to justice. Like, you know, but that was, to me, a small victory of justice being served, you know. So I'm glad, because I mean, part of me feels like, and I hate to feel this way, but part of me feels like some of that also was, well, you know, if we don't get this man time, it's gonna be a bigger riot.
Yeah,
it's up there and it's stuck there for real.
So, but I do also feel like the evidence, there was no way around that.
Yeah.
Right,
none. So, yeah.
The iLLANOiZE app is available now on Apple and Google Play Store. Download the app, get the latest news, stream our podcasts, watch interviews, and listen to iLLANOiZE Radio live. Download the app right now.
What's good? It's the one and only Illinois Jones, and right now you're tuned in to the dopest thing to hit the street since crack cocaine. That's iLLANOiZE Radio. Got my boy in the building, Pat Jr. What's popping?
What's going on, man?
Oh, long way from North Carolina, man. How is it to feel like North Carolina low key is turned? Because you got Cole, J. Cole,
one of my
you got
favorites.
J. Cole,
Petey
the baby,
Pablo.
Right?
Petey Pablo.
Everybody,
he had everybody taking their shirt off, spinning around their head like a helicopter.
You got Rhapsody.
Rhapsody knife one of the whole Jamma squad.
Yeah.
Man,
Look, Jermaine Dupri was actually. He was born in Asheville.
Michael Jordan was born
Michael Jordan
in North Carolina.
Y'all turned.
He was raised in North Carolina.
And what's the guy who
Nick Cannon too.
No. Other buddy who's on the album of
Nick Cannon was raised. Real talk. Look it up. Nick Cannon was raised.
I'm
But
not
No, the other buddy from North Carolina, he's on J. Cole's album, the big guy.
Oh, Moray.
Oh,
Yeah.
Moray is
Moray.
fire, bro.
He just
Moray.
got nominated for the freshman class, didn't he?
Yeah, Moray, that man.
So, like,
Yeah.
he's fire.
Like, how does that feel coming from that?
It's like I said, man. Like you listed different types of hip hop artists. Like it's really like a melting pot there. So it feels great. I mean, North Carolina's bubbling right now, bro. Like not just J. Cole, but like there are people from North Carolina that have moved but still rep the city or the state. Like King Mez.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people don't know about him. Incredible creative rapper, like song, like all that. You know what I'm saying? So he wrote a lot of Dr. Dre's verses on the last album that Dr. Dre came out with. Like I think it was like 2013 or so.
Okay, yeah, it hit like the backdrop of like the city or something
Yeah,
like that. Okay,
I think it was Compton.
Yeah.
And then I mean, this brother just is a bunch of like.
Little brother.
I was just about to say that Fonte, he out there. Yeah, little brother. Like matter of fact, Pooh just performed. I think it was last night at a gig in Raleigh. So yeah, they out there, man.
So I just don't have like a platform, something like an iLLANOiZE out there.
I mean, I won't say that. Like, there's different radio stations out there that definitely support. But as far as like when I say outlets, like I'm pretty sure we had a venue shut down over the pandemic because they couldn't keep it. Like, you know, there were no performances coming in. But I just wish there were more like venues, like, you know what I'm saying, and creative outlets and places where like people, like a hub for creators to come together and work together. Like I just at the studio that we was working with Ro and Brittany yesterday, that Fort Knox, I've never seen anything like that.
Just a bunch of creative
I've
space
never
studios.
seen any. I mean, we have a place, like we've got a couple places, but as big as that and like as open as it is, and like the many different rooms and studios you can go to, like there's not a lot of that in DC.
You need those environments.
Yeah, so but we create our own the best way, you know what I'm saying? Like even some of the dudes I rock with, like my homie AJ the Menace and Leon Gamble, the Menace Material crew, like he has a super dope podcast that he runs. I've been on it. Him, Leon, Shane, and Cherry TNT, like you know, I love them. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to them.
Yeah.
What's the name of the podcast?
It's called the Three Oak Podcast.
Okay.
But the name of his like crew is the Menace Materials. So but it's super dope. Like there are outlets where people like that are like he created that outlet for people to like do interviews, and like he films a lot of stuff out of there. Like it's really dope. So there are different like crews that have created their own spaces to do stuff. But as far as like those establishments and those organizations, they're not many. There are a few.
I mean, I would say one thing. You say, you know, y'all got some creative spaces, but my brother, you've been very creative. Like your creative processing, how you move on social media, even with the gold fangs. You literally got gold fangs. You got the gold beard.
Yeah.
I mean, your creativity is definitely up there. And we got to talk about gold. We got to talk about gold fangs as well, because we have not touched that topic yet. So break down the inspiration, because I mean, me personally, I know grills is like a popular thing down south and Fangz. So, you know, definitely let us know about how everything has come about with this project.
Yeah, so like for Gold Fangz on Sunday, yeah, man, like, so, you know, I was raised in the church, you know what I'm saying? Love God. And so for me, like, I'm definitely a community person. Like, I love people and building communities with, you know, people I find commonalities with, and even people who I don't, you know what I'm saying, just to like build that relationship, you know what I'm saying? And so definitely, like, I have a beautiful church community at Vision back home. And so what I love about it the most is they allow me to be me. You know, I wear my gold fangs to church. Like,
Gold Fangz.
this is
Gold
how,
Fangz.
That's a
on
song,
Sunday.
you know
my
what I'm
brother.
saying? Like this is what I wear, what I got on. Like, I will wear, and people at my church love it. It's like, yo, you're you. Like, and that's, you know, that's who I am. So, as far as that aspect, but there's so many different layers to the project as well. Like, just my blackness, like my love, my passion, my grit, like all of that is layered into like Gold Fangz on Sunday.
Do you have a passion for gold in general? Like, do you invest in, you have any gold chains and things of that nature?
No, I just have fronts. because I'm starting to admire grill culture more. But for me, it's more of a growth thing. Because you heard on Like the Waves, like, you know, Social Butterfly with his wings clip used to be the life of the party. You know what I'm saying? So used to give a smile with some reason. Now I give a smile for the party. So like that song, I wrote that at a very like down time, you know, but it's a bop though. It feels good, right? But it's like if you listen to the lyrics, like I went through some things, you know what I'm saying, in that process. I used to be the social butterfly that I'm becoming again, like now in my growth, like going to therapy and just growing in my spirituality. So I'm smiling more, and I wanted to dress my smile up.
So what happened that made you like calm your social?
Made you feel like your wings was clipped.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just man, like life. I also come from bad church culture, like the church I left, like them putting my gifts at bay, like the whole rap thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like I got, and I share this story openly, but my old pastor stood me up in front of like 3,000 folk and told me, like, you don't need to be rapping. Like, yeah, dog. Yeah.
Wow.
I just be wanting to know okay, how I ask this question. In your mind, did the audacity ever cross you?
What you mean?
Like when he did that?
Oh yeah,
because it's like I get being called and anointed to speak to people, but you are not God.
Oh yeah,
so
absolutely,
you cannot
right.
tell me what I should be doing. And I feel like to do that in front of thousands of people.
Yeah.
That's why I said the audacity is the first thing that came to mind. Like that's some audacity.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you are 100% right. Like that's why I love my church now, where they embrace my gifts. You know what I'm saying? Like. My pastor like listens to, you know, my music and he enjoys it, you know, even with like, and this is a whole different conversation, even with some of the profanity up there, because of how I'm expressing myself. I'm not glorifying anything bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm expressing myself as an artist. And so, but yeah, like when I went through that, I was young. Like I was like 17, 18 years old. And I didn't really, know, like we were so into that church, like, I didn't really have a reply for that. My mom was kind of like, felt bad. It was. That
had to be damaging to your confidence at that time, especially if you say you were young. Like,
yeah, absolutely. I started rapping for a minute.
Yeah,
I would have went to hell that day. I would have went to hell. I would have went to hell that day. Cause I'd have been like, who the you think you talking to, man? Oh, so I can't rap, but you could be out here with Sister Lisa and Sister Denise. Yeah. Don't act like I ain't seen you over there on 5th Street trying to cop from bro them too. Yeah.
Jones is gonna start airing out all the church lines.
And my grandma gave you about $3,000. Look, my grandma gave you about $3,000, all right? And I ain't see no new windows. And the church choir ain't got no new robe.
But I see new tires on your car.
And the first lady, she got a new ring. Tell me where the money is. We need an audit on you. Yeah, I would have been to hell. They would have kicked me out the church. I would have been banned. Shout out to you, a cool brother. You kept your cool.
I did, man.
I probably would have caught Pastor outside. Man, you gotta catch this fade, bro.
Dude, like that's how. But having the knowledge that I have now, that would have probably been my reaction. Like, nah, I probably would have walked out in the middle of him talking. I would have been like, nah, I'm good, and then just walked out. Like,
tell the usher, hey, tell your man he gotta catch this.
Yeah, bro. Like I probably would have felt like, yeah, bro. It was crazy, but I came back from that. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to my wife, who, you know what I'm saying, like at the time was my girlfriend, but I had other mentors that were there to like encourage me and stuff. But that definitely, like, the one thing that I noticed that turns people away from church is bad church culture. Like, and cause I mean, the people are not going to be perfect. No church is perfect.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? God is the only one that's perfect. You know what I'm saying? But it definitely, that turns people away, and so like being at the church that I am now, like they embrace my gifts, they love what I do, they're encouraging me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a totally different. Yeah, it was just bad church culture, man. So
The tattoo on your arm. What is that?
The gold Fangz Magi.
What that mean?
That's my thing. So I'm into video games. I played Assassin's Creed Origin. I don't know if you've ever played.
I played Assassin's Creed. Yeah.
Okay, so you remember? Have you played Origins yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so Origins, like what I found really dope was Origins is about the first assassin.
Oh, he got to go back through the teleport to go back to see like the first one. He was like,
yeah. But so the first assassin is black.
Look here.
Yeah. So he's Egyptian, but in that time, his responsibility was a Magi. And Magi it's a demonym, meaning it's a name or title given to someone in a certain region. Magi's originally were protectors of the royalty, you know, but after a while, when things started changing, they became like desert rangers into a sense, or sheriffs of a community. They lived in the community, right? Not only did they live in the community, they would solve crimes, they would solve murders, they would settle disputes, like all type. Like if somebody cat got caught in a tree, like the Magi would be there to, you know, to help them out. And their creed became working for the well-being of others. And so that's kind of like a part of my brand. That is my brand. Like my art works for the well-being of others. You can hear it in my music, from Black Beaming to Like the Waves to Feels like all of that. And so I just got it tatted on my arm. I'm the gold Fangz Magi.
Like they say, if you're going to get a tattoo, it better mean something.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh, the real.
I haven't played Origins, but I saw trailers of it.
It's fire, bro. You got to play it. It's like the first black, the first assassin was black, bro.
That's deep.
You know what
and
I'm saying?
I rocks with Assassin.
You see what I'm saying? So yeah, man.
Look, I'm just like y'all. Y'all, the ball. It's something about the ball heads. It's just some.
Talk to him, man.
The power's in the hair.
Talk
When it's
to
gone,
him, man.
I was about to say, what hair?
When it's gone, he said when it's gone.
When it's gone,
So
not-
the power
there's-
is really in the scalp.
There's nothing blocking.
there's nothing. There's
know what I'm
nothing in
saying?
between. Not stopping this connection from happening.
Connection, you know
the
what I'm
brain
saying?
waves are real. They raw because they coming straight off the top. They ain't got to go through the hair.
God,
ain't no hair follicles. You hear me? Ain't no chemicals. None of that. You know, ain't no wave grease.
It's just all
too
bald.
thick.
You know what I'm saying?
It could breathe. You hear
That's
me?
it.
Now, Gold Fangz is on the way. How many tracks can we expect on
Gold Fangz on Sunday. So it's coming out July 7th, which is a Wednesday.
That's the day of our show.
Yeah, I already put out, like, you know what I'm saying, a pre-save like campaign. I'm trying to get 1,000 pre-saves, you know what I'm saying, for Gold Fangz on Sunday. But it's 10 tracks. One of them is an interlude. Somebody in this room they have it and they've already listened to it.
I'm hating.
And they just told
You
me
should be.
what they thought about it. I'm excited and I'm nervous. It's the first time I've been nervous about a project, like, because I'm really finding out, like, the musical influences I have are starting to really show up in my music, and my musical influences are different, bro. Like, you know, my mom put me on the hip hop, but she also put me on to, like, gospel, classical, like everything. I'm a huge fan of film scores, so you hear that in my music. Like, I love movies, bro. I love everything film related. So, but yeah, it's definitely, like I said, it's a testament to my love, my blackness, my grit, my passion, you know, and just who I am, the new me, the growing me, the healing me, you know. So yeah, man, I'm excited about it.
Hey, I'm excited for you, my brother. You definitely took out some time to catch a flight, come to Chicago, and chop it up with some good people.
Absolutely.
Hopefully your flight back is not doing some rain. I'm going to pray on that, my brother.
I appreciate it.
We never asked you your social media. Let people know where they can get in tune with you, how they can pre-save too.
Absolutely.
I've been seeing you push that 1,000 pre-save, so let them know how to pre-save, and of course, again, when the project is dropping.
Okay, so you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, by looking for I Am Pat Junior. That's IAMPATJUNIOR. I Am Pat Junior. My website is iampatjunior.com. But if you go to my Instagram or my Twitter and hit the link in my bio, the Beacons link, you'll find the pre-save button to pre-save on your preferred streaming. Or, like a lot of people, shout out to everybody that has been tapping that Bandcamp link and buying. Like, people have been paying
Hey, Bandcamp
$20 for my
bread.
project, like double what I'm selling it for.
right
So
there.
it's been love.
Shout out
Shout
to
out
Bandcamp.
Bandcamp. Bandcamp,
Yeah.
they paying their creatives. I'll say
Yeah,
that.
bro.
Shout out to Bandcamp.
Yeah. So yeah, man, July 7th, man, I'm excited for it.
Hey, we gonna be tapped in. Most definitely. Again, we appreciate you sliding, my brother.
I
Pat
appreciate
Jr.
y'all.
is in the building.